For the first time this season, we have seen the fight of the season. That's how I'm going to put it. For the first time, we all did not have a straight night's sleep. Okay, I literally woke up into seeing what happened. All right. Big Brother returned three ladies into the house, three housemates, evicted housemates, Dami, Rhutee, and of course Chinwe. And ever since they stepped into the house, it's been one drama to another. Now, what caused this fight? To my own knowledge, right, it was an issue of egg. Ozzy's egg. He was looking for his egg or something, and that became an issue because apparently throughout the Saturday night party, everything went smoothly. Okay, until we started hearing noise. We saw one and some other people eating on the dining, and then noise started happening from between Rhutee, Dami, and of course Ocee. And you could literally see that it was a free for all battle. We saw what you call it, Rhutee and Dami. I will call it provocation. I don't know the brief the Big Brother gave them and they had to come into the house, but with the way these ladies acted tonight, I think that I personally think that Big Brother gave them some level of free hand to come do what they had to do. All right, because here you could see Rhutee and Dami. You could see Dami pushing Wanni. You could also, Dami pushed Wanni 5 times. Never on this show have I seen somebody on this Big Brother franchise or a Big Brother Bbnaija, I've seen somebody push somebody 5 times. Now remember when Bbnaija pushed Dami and pulled Cece's hair or something. She was given a double strike. Now somebody pushed somebody 5 times. Isn't that supposed to be 5 strikes? But of course, because she's returning to the house, I don't know how everybody's going to handle that. But we also saw the fact that Rhutee and Ocee went at each other. It got to a point that even after Rhutee had touched Ocee, I'm going to put it that way, the first person who touched was Rhutee. Ocee was provoked to the point he had to touch her. Because I don't understand why, if we're fighting, okay, we cannot just say words to each other. It became a chest-to-chest thing, right? I am shocked at the level of freedom that happened tonight from the returning housemates. There really was no insult that these guys did not haul at Ocee. There was no insult that they didn't haul at Ocee, and in by the way it went. About Rhutee at the point said that if she was an offspring or a descendant of Bbnaija, the same way Bbnaija, she would not be on the show. And it was a lot of back and forth. I think Ocee eventually found his egg. And Ocee was like, if he had not found his egg, something would have happened tonight, right? We also saw the fact that when Onyeka was asleep when all of these things were happening, okay? And when Onyeka woke up, she also came on board because she was a main partaker, or she was a main actor in tonight's film, all right? And it became a fight between Onyeka, Rhutee, Chinwe, and of course Dami. It became a square fight because at some point you could see Dami pushing Onyeka. I'm like, is it that these people do not understand the rule of the house that you're not supposed to touch a housemate?
Shame me, and I'm back. Shame me, I am back. See this one? I am back. Fuck you. I am back. Nothing.
Okay, at this particular point, there was a face-off between Rhutee and Onyeka, where Onyeka was talking about the fact that Rhutee and her boy, Male Frosh, were evicted from the house. There was also the conversation about Chinwe evicted from the house after she had an intimate moment with her boyfriend, Zion. Those were the shots that Onyeka fired at Chinwe. And then we heard Chinwe talking about the fact that Onyeka bleaches and all of that. And we were looking for Onyeka saying that, you know what, your sister is at home, because Onyeka was like, you had been evicted. And Rhutee was like, I'm back in your face. And Onyeka is like, whose picture is on the wall? Biscuit head, square biscuit head, sliced bread head. And it was just a really crazy face. So I think there was a point where Onyeka said the three of you are crazy. She made a particular statement, and then Dami came for her and started to push her. And you could literally see Rhutee, because I think that they went overboard. You could see Rhutee pulling Dami back and saying to Dami, don't touch her, don't touch her. Apparently, I feel like they know those rules. Go and cause drama, but don't touch. But here, these guys were going overboard. So I'm trying to understand what's going to happen. Is people are going to evict these people? Is he going to strike these people? Who is he going to disqualify tonight? Today, before the Sunday live eviction show, I really want to know because I'm not saying don't fight. It was Kelly Ray's birthday. I thought everything was going to go really, really smooth. But I had already known in my mind that it was going to be a fight. With these girls in the house, there would definitely be a fight. After the whole Big Brother, happy birthday shout out to whatever, we see the fact that, the fight broke out. Now, my point is this. Should these ladies, I see a lot of things on the comment section. People saying that the level of toxicity, people are even saying that people that should be punished. Like people that should be given strike himself. I don't have anything to say to that. That's what I see on social media. But my point is, should these ladies have gone overboard with this? You think that this is really, really content, right? I know that this would have been in my own thoughts. I don't like to give my thoughts. I like to leave the thoughts to you guys. But I think that tonight the pushing was not meant to be. Even though we know it would have been nice if the pushing came from the housemates who were like in the house, from like an Ocee first off, or from like a Wanni, or from like an Onyeka. But because these ladies are back, we know that they are coming to cause trouble. When they came back, I know the Big Brother had a game plan. He literally handpicked these girls and returned them into the house. One thing that I would say is this, that I think that, I don't know how people does this, or how the house was evicted, but I think that some people should not leave the show immediately. Because immediately Rhutee left, immediately Chinwe left, we're not seeing Dami in a full-blown persona when she was evicted from the show herself and Toyosi. They left her after the first week, I think. We're not seeing her in a full persona. My point is this, when you find your star players on the show, don't kick them out. Because you see the Rhutee and Wanni would have carried the show. Rhutee, Wanni, and Andy would have carried the show at least for another 2 weeks. I understand that it's a voting process. Maybe Big Brother has to now change something about this whole voting process because sometimes your favorites might not come out of the shell until like the third or the fourth week. And in the long run, for the show, it begins to look like, okay, if this person is not picking in their actions, somebody has picked in their actions. And after they pick, you evict them from the show. So when you evict them from the show, it now makes the show look boring. So I think the Big Brother should change the tactics of evicting housemates. Beyond the votes outside, let there be a process that also nominates people to get outside of the show. Maybe the housemate is not active. Because at some point, also people are saying, Olufemi, what have you been vlogging? And I'm saying to myself, what exactly do you want to vlog about? You know how I do this. I probably bring like 3-4 things that happen in one video. I'm not going to waste your time starting to elongate one topic and begin to break it down. When I know it's just one thing that I have to say. You know what I'm talking about? I feel like people should literally change the strategy that he uses to evict the housemates. Because at some point you lose your star players. Do you know how many fights you would have had this season if Chinwe and Dami were in the house? I'm just saying, do you know how many fights would have had this season? See, all this whole peace and love that they had in the house, that's not what the reality shows is for. This is what we signed up for. But the problem now, what I'm seeing on social media, is the fact that people are like, why is it coming from these girls? But the point is this, they are housemates. People have returned them into the house. They may not win, for whatever reason, but they're still housemates, right? And I enjoy the fact that there's drama, there's all of that. If these guys were in the house, most of you will not have a different perspective, look towards whatever has happened tonight. But because they've left the house and they're back in the house, it feels like, why they're doing so much. So I think the people that would also sit down after the season to look at the loopholes, the things that happen, and how they can make this show, better, in the subsequent seasons. And personally, for me, I feel like Wanni did not keep to her words and don't want to give anyone highlights. Because here they were shouting that, she smells. At some point, she was like, Wanni smells like peace. I'm like, I don't understand. I'm not a fan of it, but somebody smells like peace. I don't think other people will sit beside her. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there was some exaggerations, whatever happened. And definitely, some people are fighting. They were probably going to exaggerate and all of that. But to my own opinion, like I said, I don't have an opinion. What do you think about tonight's fight? Let me know in the comment section. Let's see what happens again. I'll definitely come back to your faces and of course bring you the main highlights of the show. All right, guys, go to the comment section. Let me know what you think. Thanks so much, guys, for watching. Please remember to subscribe to my channel. Just hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification button, guys, so you get notified whenever I post a video. We're on social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, and of course on TikTok, Snapchat, and follow me down here. Next time I come again very soon. That's bye for now.